35% of the homeless population were previously foster children and have been through the Child Protective Services system. 27% of incarcerated males are individuals who have been through the Child Protective Services system. 50% of previous foster children remain unemployed. Why, might you ask, are children who've been through the Child Protective Services system statistics of these 3 fatalities? The reason this tragedy occurs is because of the lack of commitment and concern within the child welfare system. Placement instability in foster care has been highlighted as a potentially serious problem for children. Why should children have to suffer because their placement wasn't fit or wasn't safe for them? Because of lack of concern that consumes caseworkers or their supervisors. There are several ways that the child welfare system can be reformed. Of these, there are 4 major ideas. They are that CPS must use the millions of dollars they receive each year by adding oversight enforcement staff to already existing caseworkers. The second step is raising humane levels across the board. The third step involves revoking the licenses of facilities that can potentially harm the well-being and the health of the children. And the fourth one is that children be fully informed and educated of the benefits they receive for higher education after foster care. So the first step was CPS must use the millions of dollars they receive each year by adding independent oversight enforcement staff to already existing caseworkers. This will allow for more organization within workloads. This organization will allow for the better use of time and resources. This will also help guarantee that a child won't get lost in the stack or in the system due to disorganization. Independent oversight staff can also find overlooked errors. They can overlook procedural papers from monthly visits. If there's anything suspicious in these evaluation papers, they should take note, report it to caseworkers or their supervisors or anyone who can take action. Abuse within foster care can easily be detected as well with this. Again, it should be that through this cycle that CPS caseworkers always have these procedural papers, fill them out while they're there, ask the child what's going on, evaluate the situation in progress, and then after this, the independent oversight enforcement staff member should then thoroughly examine the papers and notice any overlooked errors or anything suspicious. The second step is raising standards across the board to humane levels. This means that CPS actually respond to child's outcries or actually look at a situation when it's suspicious. Children should have open access to caseworkers or advocates or supervisors at all times. CPS should make sure that this is possible within the home during studies, or even when they come back to evaluate monthly. When a child calls a caseworker, whether serious or not, no matter how serious the issue is, the caseworker should always answer. The child should always have access, open access, freely to the caseworker. The third step is revoking the licenses of facilities that have ongoing problems affecting the health and well-being of children. If there have been previously numerous investigations, take note, this is suspicious. And investigate. Numerous removals of children for many reasons in investigations should serve a red flag, right? If the facilities are found guilty of not providing appropriate needs to children or abusing children, then their licenses should be revoked to prevent even more foster kids from going through these abusive situations. And if the abuse was very severe, then these foster homes should be convicted. Those individuals who have abused children should be convicted. They should have to go through numerous steps to even if they are even allowed to consider becoming a foster parent again. There should be much more classroom time and tests. Certain certificates should have to be obtained. Previous children from that home should be removed and treated if it is all necessary. If the abuse was so severe that they need treatment, they should be treated. And the fourth step is that children should be properly educated on the benefits available after 18 for higher education. This can be done by providing them with the resources they need, the phone numbers, the information they need, the people to contact. They should be able to meet with caseworkers about these questions. Making sure that children understand and receive their benefits could do so much. It could lower the statistics of the 3 fatalities I mentioned toward the beginning about the incarceration, about the homelessness, and about the unemployed. All of these statistics could be lowered so much if they knew that they had an option of education, higher education. Children suffer each day because of how terrible the welfare system is. And a lot of people aren't aware. Having been through the foster system, I know that all of this is true. I know that it happens every day. Are you aware that 4 children die of abuse each day within the state care and without it? I hope you agree with the strong need for reformation of the CPS child welfare system. It has been proven across the nation that abuse within state care foster homes is 4 times likely to happen than within their actual homes. 12.5% of Arizona's foster care population have been sexually abused. How can we let this go on? This is only one statistic. There are several sexually abused in state care. Homes that are supposed to be licensed or state approved or safe for children. Yeah, that makes sense since they're being sexually abused. These children are our future. How can we let this go on? How can we let them suffer? I hope you agree that the CPS child welfare system needs to be reformed immediately.